And welcome back to On the Mic with Dr. H, the Global Mentor Coach, and you're listening to Business Basics. This podcast is dedicated to helping you grow your business. I hope you're ready for the new year because it will be here before you know it. Today, I'm talking about casting vision because you not only need vision to push your business forward, but you also need to communicate it throughout your organization so everyone's on the same page. So let's get into it today. Now, usually around the first of the year, everyone's talking about vision boards. Everybody's having vision board parties and all of this wonderful stuff. And that's fine. Not knocking it because you need to have vision. Personally, I feel that we should be casting vision regularly so we can achieve our goals. If it's not written down, it's not happening. So, as a business owner, you've got to plan ahead. That's all vision is. That's all vision is. It's your roadmap. If you want to hit your goals, you've got to have a roadmap to get there. So what are your goals for 2020? What's your bullseye? How are you going to hit the bullseye every single time in 2020? Now, it's important to have a sharp plan that you and your team can execute. But this does not mean you won't have to tweak it along the way. Why? Listen, people are unpredictable. That's why we have to tweak along the way. But you need something to at least get you started. You need a jump off point. You need a starting point, something that says, this is what we're starting off with. This is where we want to end up. And, we're going to follow this, and maybe we need to turn a corner along the way, but at least we have a starting point, So first thing to do, which is probably not fun for everybody, but sit down and look at your financials. That's right. You've got to do the numbers. And listen, no, it's not fun. It's not fun because maybe your return on investment isn't as high as you thought it would be or should be, but it's not fun, but it's necessary to grow your business. If you're not looking at your numbers regularly, you're headed for destruction. At this point, you've got to find out what the numbers are telling you. And again, you should be looking at your numbers regularly, but especially as you're starting to anytime you start working on casting vision, you've got to be looking at the numbers. What are they telling you? Are you at a breaking point? Is it time to close the business? I mean, that's just a reality. Or do you need to relaunch or rebrand yourself? What's your marketing return? Are you targeting in the right areas? Maybe you're spending a lot on marketing and not getting a high return because you need to change your marketing strategy. Where do you need to adjust that marketing strategy? How has your target market changed, if at all? Are there opportunities to increase revenue in other places or ways that you have not considered because you haven't looked at the numbers? Are there costs associated with your business that you need to reduce or that you can cut? Do you need to change vendors? Listen, I did an episode last week on tariffs. Tariffs are affecting everybody's business. This is especially a time to take a look at your vendors and costs. What's increasing? Are you able to maintain sales, your sales strategy? Because trust me, loyalty is not what it used to be. So do you need to change vendors? This is the time, looking at the numbers, this is where you close the gaps in your business. Any open loops, you get to close them. Tie things off. That's what you need to do. See, this is how you cast vision in your business. Once you've answered these questions, and there's so many more questions you've got to answer. These are just a few to kind of get you started. And the one is always numbers. Then you can start coming up with actionable items. What are the steps to move your business forward? What I'm about to say now is absolutely key. You do not have to wait until 2020 to execute. In fact, you should be executing it now. Why? Remember growing up, you always heard the early bird gets the worm. It was in all the children's books and all this other kind of stuff, and you still hear it. Warren Buffett and a lot of people talk about getting up early and getting an early start to the day. Put things into practice now. Don't wait. Start communicating change. First, talk with your team. Okay, clearly communicate the vision, reiterate the company's core values, your mission, and your vision. Discuss your company's culture. Listen, this is critical right now. What do they think the culture is versus what you want it to be or believe it to be versus where it currently is? Because all of those are very different. And so you've got to have a meeting of the minds to discuss company culture and determine what is it going to take to get to our preferred company culture and implement strategies, techniques to get there, to make sure company culture is reinforced. Outline where the company is going and how you're going to get there. And then you need to tell them what you need them to do to help you achieve it. You're a team. That means you also need to communicate to them the benefit to them. Yeah, they're on the team, they're getting paid, but guess what? There still needs to be a with them. What's in it for me? Because at the end of the day, people are looking for long-term growth solutions, opportunities for advancement. Money is not a motivator for everybody. Trust me. I talk to people all the time, and for some people, for a lot of people, yes, money is a motivator, but for some people, the opportunity for advancement, the opportunity to work on projects, to expand their skills, these are things that are important to people. So think about that, the latest Indeed commercial where the young lady, the company is announcing this new promotion, and the young lady is standing there, and she got passed over for the promotion from the guy, and it was not the first time she's got passed over for promotion, and they used a guy. They promoted a guy instead, and she gets this ping on her phone from Indeed from a company requesting an interview, and at the end it says it won't be her. It will be the last time she gets passed over. Listen, people are absolutely jumping ship because they want opportunity to grow and advance and to prove themselves. Okay, so you got to communicate the with them. What's in it for me, for your team? Okay, because they're helping you execute your vision to get your goals manifested. Okay, then communicate with your vendors, because some of your changes are going to affect them. Again, maybe you need to change vendors. Maybe you have a new vetting process for vendors. Maybe the way you pay your bills is going to change. Whatever it is, you need to communicate the change. Going back to your company culture most likely is going to affect your vendors. I was talking to someone who we had a conversation. They were talking about how, they were doing business with this one company, and this one particular person always called in, just was awful. The language, everything, the attitude was awful. And they had to eventually say, listen, if this person calls in, there's only one person they can talk to, because we will not tolerate the behavior. It is rude, it's disrespectful, it is not necessary. Once they kind of escalated things to management of their vendor, you think the behavior that one employee changed? Absolutely. So if you have a company culture of zero tolerance for, vulgarity or, anger, whatever it is, so that your employees are not abused talking to your vendors or even your customers, you need to make sure you're communicating that and following your escalation procedures. But you need to communicate that to your vendors. Finally, communicate with your customers. Never make changes that will affect your customers without telling them. Now, they don't need to know the details about what the changes are, but tell them something. So think about things you've gotten in the mail, probably some emails you've gotten before that, the company tells you they're restructuring or they're making some changes to provide better quality service, products, whatever the case may be. They're changing the process to streamline things to make it better for you as a customer, whatever it is. It's the same thing. That's what you need to do. Why? Because it's in the details that matter. There's no need to reinvent the wheel. It's already out there. But it's those little things that go a long, long way. This is a start to 2020 vision. Thanks for listening to Dr. H. You've been on the mic with me, the Global Mentor Coach. If you like this podcast, please make sure you like and share it. I sincerely appreciate your support. If there are topics you'd like me to cover, or if you need a business coach, email me at info@globalmentorcoach.com. Again, that's info@globalmentorcoach.com. Again, thanks for tuning in with me, Dr. H, the Global Mentor Coach. Remember to spread lots of love and light. Until next time, ciao.